Stop. Don't scroll. Because what I'm about to tell you, most people will never know. It's 3 a.m. Your phone rings. Your hand is shaking as you pick it up. Your supervisor's voice is barely a whisper. He says just 4 words. "We found El Serpiente." Your heart stops. Because you have spent 6 years chasing this man, 6 years of nothing, dead ends, burned informants, cold cases. Your marriage almost fell apart. Your health took a hit. And tonight, in this one phone call, everything changes. But here's the twist. You don't celebrate, because you know something other agents don't. Finding him is the easy part. What comes next? That's where most agents fail. That's where most empires survive. By the end of this video, you will know every move, every trap, every secret strategy that takes down a $20 billion criminal empire. Step by step, level by level. And that last level, I'm warning you right now, it's the one nobody talks about, the one that separates legends from failures. Don't skip it. Let's go. Level 1, meet the monster eye. First, you need to understand exactly who you're dealing with. El Serpiente, real name, unknown. Face, rarely photographed. Location, changes every 72 hours. This man controls drug routes across 3 continents. He has bought politicians. He owns judges. He funds police chiefs. He even runs a children's charity, just to look clean. On paper, he's a businessman. Hotels, restaurants, real estate, a perfect mask. You open your case file, years of work, thousands of pages, and you realize something that shocks you. This man has never, not once, touched a single kilogram of drugs himself. Not once. So how do you catch a man who has never touched the crime? This is the question that breaks most agents, but not you, because you figure out something nobody else has. You don't catch him through the drugs. You catch him through something he can never fully hide. And that leads you to level 2, the move that starts the entire empire shaking. Level 2, follow the money. Here's the dirty secret of every drug empire. The drugs are never the problem. The money is. Think about it. El Serpiente makes $2 billion every single year. Cash, physical cash. You can't deposit that. You can't explain that. So what do? You build fake businesses, shell companies. You make dirty money look clean. Restaurants, car washes, import companies. And on paper, everything looks perfect. But here's what nobody tells you. According to real investigators, only 10% of a drug lord's money ever gets caught. The other 90%? Invisible, washed, gone. That's the system you have to crack. Your financial analyst, a woman named Torres, quiet, sharp, 4 espressos a day, she is staring at thousands of documents. Weeks pass. Then one night she calls you. "I found something. A small restaurant in Miami. Reports serving 3,000 customers a day. But the restaurant only has 40 seats. That's impossible. That's the thread. You pull it. And when you pull it, 17 fake businesses collapse like dominoes, 4 secret offshore accounts, 2 corrupt bank managers arrested, and 1 terrified accountant who, when you knock on his door at 6 a.m., looks at you and says, "I'll tell you everything." He flips. And now you have your first real weapon, a witness from the inside. But a witness alone won't finish El Serpiente. Because what comes next, this is where it gets truly dangerous. Level 3 will change everything, and it almost costs someone their life. Level 3, the man who walked into hell. You need someone inside the empire, not outside looking in, inside. You find him, a young agent, mid-20s, grew up in the exact neighborhoods where El Serpiente built his power, speaks the language, knows the culture, trained for 2 years for exactly this mission. But here's what the files don't tell you. This man has a wife, 2 daughters, ages 4 and 6. The night before he goes undercover, he sits at their kitchen table and watches them sleep. He doesn't tell his wife where he's going. He can't. He just kisses her on the forehead and walks out the door. Because he knows if anyone inside that organization suspects him, even for 1 second, he never comes home. He goes in anyway. He starts as a low-level courier. Months pass. He earns trust. Slowly, carefully, painfully. 1 wrong word, 1 nervous look, 1 small mistake, and it's over. Then, the moment arrives. He gets invited to a private meeting, a real one, senior members, El Serpiente's inner circle. He's wearing a wire. You are sitting in a van 3 blocks away, headphones on, barely breathing. And then you hear it: names, routes, shipment dates, bank account numbers, locations of safe houses, the entire operation laid out in one conversation. You have everything. But here is the mistake most agents make right here. The mistake that lets empires survive even after arrests. Level 4, the final level, is the one that nobody talks about, and it's the most important thing in this entire video. Level 4, the final level. This is what changes everything. Most people think the story ends here. Arrest El Serpiente, case closed, victory, wrong. You know better. Because history has proven, over and over again, that when you arrest a drug lord without destroying the system around him, a new leader appears within 6 months. Same roots, same money, same power, different name on the door. The empire doesn't die with the man. The empire lives in the structure. So you don't stop at the arrest. You go after every corrupt judge who took his money, every politician who protected him, every banker who cleaned his cash. You work with agencies across 12 countries. You freeze every account, seize every property, expose every connection. You don't just remove the king from the chessboard. You flip the entire chessboard over and burn it. And that, right there, is the level most agents never reach. The level that makes a takedown not just a headline, but a permanent change. And that is how you destroy a $20 billion drug empire. Not with guns, not with luck, with patience, with strategy, with the courage to follow every thread, no matter how deep it goes, no matter how long it takes. After watching this, you now understand something that most people never will. The real war was never in the streets. It was in the numbers, in the silence, in the quiet moments where one person decided to keep going when everything said stop. Real power is not loud. Real power is patient. So the next time you see a massive drug bust on the news, you'll smile, because you will know the truth. That takedown didn't happen in a day. It happened because one agent, in one dark moment, decided, I'm not stopping. Not today, not ever. And neither are you, because now you know exactly how it's done.